BDSM accident. A luxury apartment in Los Angeles. A weekend night. A couple in their 30s are experimenting with BDSM play. They've done it many times before, but this time they decide to try a new rope and handcuffs to increase the excitement. They prepare everything: a lock, rope, chair, and a hypothetical safety device. At first, everything is normal. Soft music, dim lighting. Both feel excited, confident that all safety measures are fully prepared. A rope slips out of place. Her heart starts to beat faster. Her breathing becomes labored. The girl realizes something is wrong, but before she can react, her boyfriend is trapped. Cold sweat, rapid heartbeat. A feeling of panic fills the room. The rope strangles the boyfriend, causing immediate brain oxygen deprivation. His body convulsed, his eyes widened. He tried to breathe, but to no avail. A few seconds later, he stopped breathing. The music and the unfamiliar knocking on the door continued to play, but his life was over. The police confirmed that this was a technical BDSM accident, with no signs of suicide. The girlfriend was shocked, unable to imagine that the game action could cause instant death. The victim's family was devastated and haunted by the event. A moment of curiosity, a mistake in a sex game, and the price was a life. In extreme games of excitement, safety must always come first, because even a small mistake can kill you. Autoerotic asphyxiation. A quiet evening in Bhopal, India. The small room is lit only by a desk lamp and the sound of a ceiling fan. The 7-year-old has just finished his online class and is preparing to relax a little in his own way. Everything seems normal, but no one knows that a moment of curiosity will turn into tragedy. He performs autoerotic asphyxiation to increase pleasure, a dangerous habit that has never been clearly warned. At first, everything seems fine. He adjusts the rope, tries it gently, breathes evenly. For a few seconds, his body still reacts normally, making him feel safe. But this feeling is the bait for tragedy. A moment of error occurs. The rope is tightened too tightly, limiting oxygen to the brain. He feels dizzy. His heart rate increases. Cold sweat runs down his forehead. The sound of the fan spinning like a broken heartbeat. No one in the house could intervene in time. These few seconds were the turning point leading to death. The body convulsed, eyes widened, breathing became more rapid. In just a short moment, the brain was severely deprived of oxygen, leading to cardiac arrest and brain death. No screams, no collisions, only a deadly silence enveloped the room. The autopsy confirmed that this was an accident due to autoerotic asphyxiation, not suicide or the influence of others. The family was shocked, heartbroken, and bewildered when they learned the cause of death. This event became a strong warning about the risks of experimenting with the body alone. A moment of curiosity, a small mistake, and a young life disappeared silently. Sometimes, the very thing you seek to excite can also kill you in silence. U-turn. On a hot morning on the Florida Turnpike, a minivan carrying 3 family members was on its way home from a weekend getaway. On the other side, a semi-truck weighing nearly 40,000 pounds was attempting to turn around and return to the roadside rest stop. It seemed like a small maneuver on the long journey. The truck driver activated his turn signal, slowed down, and made a U-turn, an action that is prohibited on the turnpike. He figured, just a little faster and we'll get through. At the same time, the minivan was traveling at about 70 miles per hour, driven by a middle-aged father with his wife and young daughter by his side. Soft music was playing in the car. No one knew that tragedy was approaching in just a few seconds. As the truck began to spin sideways, its front end blocked the entire oncoming lane. The minivan driver only had time to see a giant block of steel blocking the way, less than 2 seconds to react. Brakes abruptly. The tires screech. The entire cabin shakes violently. Cold sweat breaks out, but it's too late. There's no time to think. The horrific collision exploded on the road. The front of the minivan was crushed under the truck. The airbags deployed at the same time, but the impact was so great that the entire front compartment shattered like foil. The sound of metal hitting, glass shattering, and screams muffled by the roar of the engine. Then, silence. It was a morning on the 12th of August, 2025. When the police and rescue workers arrived, they found only a scene of devastation. 3 people in the minivan died on the spot. The car was so crushed that they had to use hydraulic equipment to pull the bodies out. The truck driver survived with only minor injuries, but his face was pale, shaking, and he couldn't speak. The police report confirmed that an illegal U-turn was the direct cause of the accident. One bad decision, a poorly placed U-turn, claimed 3 lives. On the freeway, there's no such thing as just this once. Cybertruck crash lawsuit. It's late at night in California, and the only light on a deserted suburban road is the lights from a brand new Tesla Cybertruck. 4 friends have just left a bar, the music still playing in the car. They laugh and talk about the unrivaled power and speed of the $100,000 electric vehicle. None of them know that in a few minutes, that piece of technology will be reduced to a fiery coffin. The Cybertruck is traveling at nearly 90 miles per hour, far exceeding the posted speed limit on a 45-mile-per-hour road. The driver, a 29-year-old man, turned on the sport mode, showing off to his friends how fast he could accelerate in seconds. The display screen lit up, electronic sounds rang out, and the group cheered like they were in a game. But it wasn't a game. A sharp curve appeared ahead. The driver tried to steer, but the power steering system was half a second too slow to react. The wheels skidded, and the nearly 6,800-pound body began to wobble. The sound of rubber screeching. Someone shouted, "Watch out!" But the car was already out of control. The Cybertruck slammed straight into a large tree on the side of the road. The impact was so strong that the entire front of the car folded like paper. The lithium-ion battery exploded, and flames erupted. The 3 people sitting in the back frantically tried to open the doors, but the electric doors didn't respond. The system had failed after the collision. They banged on the windows, screams mingling with smoke and flames. Only one person in the passenger seat managed to escape before the fire engulfed the vehicle. The other 3 people burned to death in the Cybertruck, less than 2 minutes after the crash. When firefighters arrived, the vehicle was nothing more than a charred metal frame. The bodies had to be identified by DNA testing. The incident shocked the entire state of California. The victims' families sued Tesla, alleging that the company knew in advance about the faulty electric door locking system when the power was lost, but did not fix it. The Guardian reported, this was not the first case of people being trapped in a burning Tesla, but it was a rare case that claimed 3 lives at the same time. A car was born to protect lives and became the thing that burned it. When technology makes mistakes, humans pay the price.